Hello, so we're checking out the Xbox Games Showcase for 2025. So we're just going to be waiting here until it begins, I guess. I'm not really sure what this is from. If this is from... I'm not sure if I recognize these characters or anything. Some people were talking about State of Decay free, like some people are saying there might be some stuff from that. The thing that I'm, of course, most excited about is to see if there's going to be any Elder Scrolls news, because we do want to see Elder Scrolls 6. You know, we've been waiting a long time, and I was hoping that we would get some news on that here. But we'll just have to see. I don't know what to expect. Some people were saying that there might be a Persona 4 remake in the works, which would be awesome. That would actually be something I would be very into and would definitely end up playing on the channel here. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's Xbox, so we have Bethesda. That's sort of the main one that I'm excited about seeing, and basically what I'm hoping will show up here. That is Elder Scrolls 6. So if we see Todd Howard, it's gonna be if we see Todd Howard, it's gonna be good news, probably. Unless it's just if they're going to be announcing some Fallout 76 expansion or something, which would... oh, speaking of which, it is Fallout, this thing. So there may be some Fallout 76, which I don't care about at all. I'm just hoping they will show us something of Elder Scrolls 6, you know. And then some people were saying Devil May Cry. And I saw the stuff about Persona 4. So, out of the rumors that I've seen, Persona 4 and Elder Scrolls 6 is the stuff that's really gonna be interesting, you know. There might be other things, I don't know. And one of the things that I'm always waiting for is, of course, Shenmue 4. But I'm not sure if there's any reason to expect it to show up here, you know. That would be a big surprise. I haven't heard anything from any of the Shenmue creators or anything like that, so I don't know. It would be a kind of crazy drop if anything like that came around. And I mean, the hopes of getting Shenmue 4 seem to be dwindling every year now after Shenmue 3, so that's a bit worrying for Shenmue fans, but we'll have to see about that. We could get surprised here, but yeah, like I said, Elder Scrolls 6 and Persona 4, those two to me are very exciting. So if we could get anything on those, that would be some great news. And yeah, 1 minute to go here. I'm not sure if anybody's going to be watching this live stream, but I'm just testing this out, you know. I've been live streaming a little bit recently. Mostly just, or actually only, just playing games. But I thought I'd try to just do like a... just kind of a hangout stream here with the Xbox Showcase, see what happens. You never know. If somebody tunes in, that's fine. If not, I'm just here watching it, having fun. It is exciting. You never know what kind of games are coming out, so... There's also the Exodus game. I'm not sure if that's going to be showing up. The one that's from Mass Effect and KOTOR developers, which... is exciting, but I don't know how far along that project is. So I'm kind of going in a little bit blind here. I don't really know any of the rumors other than like a few little things. I saw some people mentioning Splinter Cell, but I haven't heard anything about that. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's see. Half-Life 3 confirmed, maybe. Okay, here we go. Okay, what's this? Mature, so no, this is a violent game, alright. Or a very enticing, sexy game. Let's see what this is. Also, I'm gonna grab a drink. What is this? Invasion of Arcadia?
I'd care that the colony is in disarray. We didn't come to Arcadia to get bogged down in pointless warfare. We came to spread freedom and liberate resources for profit. But this pesky Earth Directorate
Reminds me a
agent
little
is
bit of
fucking things
Bioshock,
up.
maybe, but
They're not
also
alone
something
in
different.
doing so. And they think they can just choose how things play out. They could stop us from stealing the Protectorate's brainwashing technology, which we need to improve our market share. What if this stranger aligned with the
Or
Order
is this just
and
Outer
that
Worlds 2?
computer of
Like
theirs?
they're doing this
That
up front,
could be
maybe?
the key to closing the rifts that threaten the colonies. So, you see why this menace must be wiped from the face of existence. Or, better yet, brought to our side through the power of capitalism.
Yeah, I think it's Outer Worlds with the whole capitalism
Let's
speech.
get out there and buy our way to victory!
I'm yearning and yearning for you. My heart and red.
I never played Outer Worlds 1. I mean, some people love it and some people hate it. I'm not really sold on the idea. I know they have a lot of these capitalism things that they go on about. So I don't know. So I think that's what this game is. Yeah, okay, yeah, it pretty much is. And I'm not sure if I trust Obsidian really anymore. I don't know. I'll wait for reviews and stuff, I guess. And I need to play the first game anyway. And I do actually have the first game on one of these. Oh, YouTube. I do have the first game. I got it for free on Epic, I think, at some point. I mean, I think it looks alright. I kind of like that art style. But yeah, I really...
Adventure made for capitalism by capitalism. Inflate our impressions and egos by staying tuned after the showcase.
Okay, well, I guess I'll watch that. We'll see. I still need to play the first one if I'm gonna play the second one.
World premiere.
Okay, let's see what we get now. Is this gonna be on a...
What's wrong?
What the hell is this?
I'm sorry.
Is this an ad or
Just
something?
been so depressed lately.
You know, it would fix everything. Humansupreme.
What in the hell was that? That's some weird shit. This is like Cyberpunk, but with... mixed with Fortnite or something, I don't know, or Jet Set Radio. Oh, I think it's the sequel to that Justin Roiland game? High on Life or whatever? I still haven't played that either. At least it looks like something similar. Certainly has a strange art style, but that's kind of fun. And I don't know the first game too much to know what's actually gameplay here. Some of it seems a little bit cutscene-y.
Yeah, humans are barely sentient. Scientists have done studies, and their brains are like half the size of ours.
Yeah, it is High on Life too. Okay. Well, I still have to play the first game when it comes to this one too. This winter, alright. Well, I still need to play the first one, so... But I think, from what I've seen, it is a fun game, so... That's another one I might play on the channel here.
World premiere.
Alright, here we go. Is it gonna be Elder Scrolls? Probably not. Is this some Lord of the Rings type stuff? I feel like I've seen some of this before. Is it Assassin's Creed? No. They just released a game and it was a huge mess, wasn't it? So I don't think they're ready to do this. Is this something to do with? No, I don't know actually. There's a lot of heavy breathing for whatever reason. Okay, we got people in old-timey armor. Okay, there's some chick. I guess this is the main character, probably. There's definitely some sort of supernatural element to this too. So it's not just like some medieval fantasy thing. Or medieval resonance. Okay. Plague Tale. Okay, I still haven't played the... So many... Everything is a sequel, I feel like. I still haven't played those games either. So... There's another series I need to play before heading into whatever that is. Okay, what's this? Is this a commercial or Steam Deck? I don't know. A controller? Is that a Steam Deck? I don't even know. It's something else, I'm pretty sure. Oh, they're releasing a handheld Xbox console? Let's have a look. Oh, it's a Republic of Gamers sort of collaboration with Xbox, it seems like. Okay, well, I guess if it's good, you know, that's cool. I know people like the Steam Deck and people play that, so if this thing is a good competitor, that could be cool. I'm not really a handheld player, so... But I know some people do like that, so, you know, enjoy. If that's your thing. I'm not sure if it's gonna be... I suppose it will be able to compete with Steam Deck. They would have to keep that in mind, either on price or performance. Alright. Well, they're branching into that market too now, I guess. That's cool. Whatever. I don't really use it, but sure.
At Xbox, we strive to put the player first. And that's what you've seen from us over the years. We've led the industry with backward compatibility. We championed crossplay and cross-progression. We deliver Game Pass, first on console, then on PC, and with cloud gaming. So what's next? How can we give you even more freedom, more choice, more ways to play? Our next step is to unify your gaming no matter where you buy or play. So we're building an Xbox experience designed for players, not locked to a single store or tied to one device. The Xbox Ally is an Xbox you can hold in your hands, bringing together the power of Xbox and the freedom of Windows. On this Xbox, you can play games across your entire library, including all the Windows PC game stores, from Xbox and Battle.net to Steam, GOG, and Ubisoft Connect. And the highly anticipated Hollow Knight Silksong will be available at launch and in Game Pass when the Ally releases later this year. In fact,
I still need to
every
play
new
the
game
Hollow
you see
Knight
in
game
today's
as well
show
before
will
I
be
can
playable on the Xbox Ally.
get into the sequel for that.
We have always wanted you to have the unique experience of Xbox on any screen. That's why we're investing in Xbox Play Anywhere. Whether you're playing on console, PC, smart TV, or any Windows handheld like the new Xbox Ally, the Xbox experience roams with you. Your library, progression, friends, and achievements. There are over 1,000 Xbox Play Anywhere games on Xbox today. And every new game you see in today's show, from our partners and our studios, is Xbox Play Anywhere. And because it's Xbox, you can always have access to Game Pass with a diverse lineup of games from the biggest franchises to critically acclaimed indie hits. This is the freedom we believe players should have. Any game, anywhere. And we are giving it our all every day to make this vision real. But it all comes back to the games. From Dead to Rights on the original Xbox to Armored Core 6, our relationship with Bandai Namco Entertainment has stood the test of time. We both believe in bringing amazing experiences to players around the world, and their next game does exactly that. From Rebel Wolves Studio, this is a story-rich action RPG steeped in dark fantasy that I can't wait for you to explore. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Alright, that game might be more interesting, actually. I haven't really seen much from it, but... Okay, well, let's check it out. This, I have a good gut feeling about this one. I haven't really heard about this game, though. I think I've seen a few screenshots or whatever, but...
Monsters have always been here.
It reminds me a little bit of The
Watching
Witcher,
from
the
the shadows.
vibe of it.
And when we were at our weakest, they came out into the light. We feared for our lives, but we should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead. Their worst nightmare.
Yeah, this is looking pretty interesting so far. It's like almost like a Witcher, but kind of focused on vampires, sort of. Which it looks like it's open world too, from what I can see.
Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand the evil behind it all. He is out there watching, seeping into you, growing.
Okay, pretty violent action there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this looks interesting. I'm definitely gonna keep an eye on this one. That seems very interesting. So that's at least one game so far that I'm very into. So let's see what else shows up here.
World premiere.
Okay, this looks like something very different. What the hell is... Oh, it's Mario. Oh, Super Meat Boy? Okay. Super Meat Boy 3D? Or... Oh, okay. That could be kind of fun. I mean, I played the original, and that was... I mean, it was hard, but... Oh god. I can already see the frustration. It's gonna build up from playing this. Yeah, this could actually be quite fun. And it looks like it has a very nice, bright art style too. It looks a bit chaotic, but also this is a trailer, so like everything is... Alright. Yeah, I want to check that out. That should be fun. So that's 2 games that I want to play so far. That's gonna be good. Okay, what else do we have? People were talking about State of Decay, so that could be... Okay, that's not it. Koei Tecmo? Dynasty Warriors?
Watch
or
your
something
back,
like that?
Yakumo. You're a wanted criminal now.
Warriors Orgy, please?
I'll kill the Dark Dragon myself. It's my mission. My duty as a raven.
This looks interesting. Almost like Ninja Gaiden or something.
Breaking the Dark Dragon free has its consequences.
But it's also in modern... Okay, this is giving me Ninja Gaiden vibes, which I like. Although I'm not sure if... I don't think I've seen anything from this game before. But no, it is Ninja Gaiden. Okay, So that's why it was giving me Ninja Gaiden vibes. Okay, makes sense. Okay, that's gonna be awesome. It's probably gonna be really hard as well, though. Knowing Ninja Gaiden, it's gonna be tricky. Oh god damn, that looks annoying. Yeah, there's definitely gonna be some bosses in this game that are gonna drive me nuts. But this is like a secondary character, this other one, right?
The Dark Dragon is mine.
Yeah, I think that's that looks like it's like a secondary character maybe, or maybe just an alternate costume. October, okay, this year actually. Well, that one, that's 3 games now that I'm actually interested in. I was expecting a lot of games that I didn't really care about, but so far it's actually been pretty cool. Bethesda, they're not gonna drop Elder Scrolls. No, okay, it's Indiana Jones, okay. Yeah, they're not gonna drop Elder Scrolls just as like a tiny little thing. If you're gonna do that, it's gonna happen at like at the end or something, I think.
What are you doing, Jones? Are you crazy?
Okay, well, I didn't play the... Oh, so are they gonna... Is it a DLC for that Indiana Jones game
This is
they
where
did?
it starts. Beneath the streets of Rome. Enter the city of Antioch. Find a secret relic. Bring it back to the Holy See. Defend the secret. They worshipped the giants.
Yeah, it looks like it is DLC for that game, which could be cool. I still haven't played that, but I did hear good things, so I might get into that. So that's yeah, I might play that later. I don't know. It's not at the top of my list, but you know, seems cool enough.
World premiere.
All right, there's a lot of those. Let's see. Okay, Japanese game.
Yeah, I
don't know what this is. I haven't seen anything. Some sort of samurai fantasy thing. It's kind of cool. Looks a little Dark Souls-y, you know, Souls-like. Big bosses and blocking and... So yeah, this could be cool. I'm not sure if this is something I've heard of or not though.
西暦4026年人類は滅亡を待つのみ
Beast of Reincarnation? Is that the title?
お前こそが輪廻の獣を滅ぼす刃となる
Okay, I mean that looks interesting. Sort of like a Souls-like from the looks of things, which could be good. As long as it's good, I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay, Game Studios, let's see. Avalon.
The glittering streets of Avalon sure do shine, because they sweep their filth down to us.
Some sort of steampunk looking thing. Alright. reminds me a little bit of Dishonored or something.
Life here ain't for the soft-hearted.
You will be paying me back until you fucking rust.
So there's some sort of like cyborg
Spineless.
Keep your filthy
thing going on with some of these characters. It
And it
looks
sure as
like.
shite ain't for the decent.
That's a clean sweep for one.
Yeah, very steampunk type of thing.
Justice itself has been affronted. I have been burgled.
Lord Griswick.
That's a very fancy policeman.
That part. Do you know anyone who might wish you ill? We can't arrest and question everyone. Let's see if we can narrow the suspects down a bit.
They were,
Trust your instincts, sir.
tall.
Yes, sir.
Built rather slim, well, muscular.
Mm-hmm.
Was very quick, agile.
Go on.
With a mustache. No, larger.
Is this some sort of crime
Fashionable.
solving type of mechanic?
They got my good side this time.
Or
Breaking in is the easy
is that just like a trailer thing? Talking about the main character, possibly.
Your brandy, sir.
Getting away with it is the real trick.
These candlesticks ain't
It
gold.
reminds me a lot of Dishonored,
And
with the whole style, but also seemingly the gameplay style.
I have a customer. How can I help you?
I'd rather talk to you, Errol. Sounds like I'll get a better deal.
You talk to me first, and him never.
What's with his beard flowing upwards? That's kind of...
Ain't he, Errol?
Is it supposed to be that way?
I'll show you, Sooty.
Okay, it's a bit violent too.
Anything else you
Good to
care
know.
to say to Errol? Brains. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it.
Round here, it's all sharp edges, empty pockets, and blood on the cobbles. Goodbye, Silas.
No, no!
Alright, spoilers, I guess.
I'll hurt you, you fucking meatsack! I'll leave you with a pissing pan of peaches!
You'd either got a gang at your back, or a knife in it.
We're family here. Family takes care of its own.
Can't put a price on that, can you?
Them's in charge. They don't keep order. They keep power.
Take this thing into the crucible and melt it.
They just want us beaten, broken, and too scared to fight back.
I don't want to kill him!
That's why it pays to be clever and well-armed.
That's kind of cool. A lot of weapon upgrades you can do,
Let's go
seemingly.
and end a few arguments.
It feels like a mix of Bioshock, Dishonored, and Peaky Blinders or something.
They've got a weapon far worse. Time.
Oh, they got time travel?
They can rewrite history.
Jesus Christ, this thing has everything.
Like us. But look who just found Mummy's keys.
Okay, so we have some time traveling.
With time.
Okay.
Put the bullet back in the barrel. Bring the chaos to a crawl. Take a mistake and make it like it never happened. We can change the world as we
Okay,
know
that
it.
could be an interesting mechanic, really.
One choice at a time. And I can even go back and change the past to change the future. And let me tell you, the hunters don't like it when the rabbits got the gun.
And now it's like, yeah, this has a little bit of everything. A little bit of Team Fortress, a little bit of, like, what's that other shooter game where you mess with time? Like Time Shift or
Now let me alone.
I don't remember the name. I never actually played it, but I remember it was out and you were doing all these like time manipulation things. Okay, it looks cool. I might check that out.
Our creative teams are dedicated to bringing players award-winning, record-breaking, critically acclaimed games. Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 from Activision, Doom, The Dark Ages from Bethesda, Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred from Blizzard, and Avowed from Xbox Game Studios. All of our teams across Xbox First Party are shipping
like
their most played games ever, and they're also delivering more content than ever before. From original single-player experiences to vast online worlds, our teams are empowered to build the games they've always dreamed of. We want our players to have the choice and flexibility of where and how they play the games our teams make. So of course, our games will be available day one in Game Pass, and every new game we make for both Xbox consoles and PC will be Xbox Play Anywhere. On behalf of our creative teams, thank you. These experiences don't stop when you put down the controller. As you've seen in recent years, more and more of our characters, stories, and worlds are expanding to brand new audiences through TV and film. A Minecraft movie and the Fallout TV series broke records and brought millions of players into the game. We have more projects in the works as gaming continues to influence film and television like never before. When it comes to growing new franchises, Obsidian is having a year like no other, from launching a blockbuster new game like Avowed to the upcoming release of The Outer Worlds 2 this October. Obsidian is always delivering great games, and they have a third game launching this year. You'll get to go deeper on it in our Direct, but until then, let's take a look.
Alright, a third game actually.
World premiere.
Okay, well, I mean, if it's good, you know, but, you know, well, we'll see what they're cooking.
I told you, you can't run from me, you foul beast!
Okay, what the hell are we watching now? It's another advertisement within a game.
With flexible legs, the Yoke action figure can ride anything!
Breaking news. There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will and left to fight for their survival in the backyard of a deranged scientist. Formerly evil company Ominent Practical Technologies was set to dedicate a statue of the 4 teenagers, fast food science robot Burgle, and Dr. Tully when an explosion erupted. Dr. Tully and the teenagers' current
that looks kind of weird, I don't know. But that was on a TV and not in the actual game. I don't know. Seems strange. We'll see.
You gotta keep them separated.
Oh, it's the whole... it's that game where you shrink. I don't know what it's called. I haven't played that one either yet, but I know about it. It's Grounded? Is that what it's called? And I think it's mostly like a co-op thing, so that's probably why I haven't played it. Because you need friends to play co-op, you know, that's the problem. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably not gonna play this one, but whatever. Might be fun for people. Okay, let's see what else we got cooking. Day 1 Game Pass. They're really pushing Game Pass. I guess it must be working for them. I assume.
ND3500 reached. Accessing predecessor's travel log. Attempting data salvage.
I have encountered an unprecedented orphan. It was in a state of suppressed recomposition.
The behavior pattern of the orphans populating the area
is highly unusual.
This reminds me of Dead Space or something like that.
They become exceptionally aggressive.
Could be some sort of spiritual successor or something.
It is highly recommended to proceed with caution.
I mean, horror games are something I like, so this could be right up my alley.
They seem to act more consistently, in coordination. Destroying the nest is now a priority.
But yeah, it reminds me a lot of Dead Space.
Such is our calling.
Chronos, okay, the New Dawn. Okay, I haven't heard about that before. But that looks interesting. Horror games, we like those. Reminds me I need to play Dead Space on this channel, actually. Oh, Bethesda, here we go. Elder Scrolls? No, pretty sure it's not. At least I hope not. Because this looks like... Oh, this is probably Elder Scrolls Online then. Or something like that. Yeah. I still haven't played that. I don't know if I'm going to. I'm not into MMOs and stuff. Create your own story, alright. Kind of fun to have your own little Khajiit cat like that though. I don't know if it's actually any good, Elder Scrolls Online. Because I would play that as a solo player, so I don't know if it's worth doing. But I don't know, maybe one day I'll test it out. I don't really know what to expect from it though, as somebody who mainly likes Elder Scrolls for the single player experience. I do know that there's a lot of content in there though. So, Tyrant's first world-changing server. Yeah, I'm not into like these events. Like, come on, I just want to play the game when it suits me. You know, I don't want to like have to get on this like FOMO thing, you know. I don't know, maybe one day I'll play it just for the content if it's good, but if it's just some like MMO generic stuff, then I wouldn't want to do it. But maybe in the future I'll check it out. I don't know.
Mayday! Mayday!
Mayday! Mayday! Alright, well, she's screwed.
Thomas, the ship's breaking apart! There's no time! Evacuate! Now! Thomas, come in!
Ariane, you sacrificed everything for a new world, to save mankind. And I'll always love you for that.
Don't nod, alright. Is that the game studio or something? I don't know, the music is kinda... I don't know. Okay, is there combat in this, or is it just sort of survival thing? Looks like it's mostly just about climbing and traversing the environment, and seems like they're going through some sort of like emotionally loaded story thing with it, because I'm not seeing any combat, so it seems I'm not gonna say walking simulator, but
wherever you are, I'll find you.
yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like my type of thing. Seems a little bit, I don't know, maybe. We'll see. That's definitely something. If reviews show up, then you never know. Oh. Oh, we might have combat after all. Okay. We got monsters. Possibly. Okay, well, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. I'm not convinced just from that trailer, though. It seems a little bit like, I don't know, Uncharted without combat, maybe?
World premiere.
I don't mean to be mean about it, but it's just, I don't know, it doesn't seem that cool.
Welcome to England, Mr. David. I know this must be a shock, having never met your real father, but he left you this hotel in his will. It's been in your family for generations, much like the caretaker.
Oh, the cat. Look at the cat.
Eccentric. You'll see.
Let me welcome you to the Grand.
What in the hell is this?
A hotel famous across the land.
What? What is this?
Used to be in such high demand.
Okay.
Your wish I'll command.
Is this a musical or a...
Well, hello there. It looks like you're about to do some renovations. Would you like some help with that?
Okay, I mean... Well, why not spray paint the old lady?
So, my father was renovating the hotel when he disappeared?
Not just the hotel. He was helping the entire village. You have his power tools. You know, you could pick up where he left off. You seem like a good man, like he was.
I'm in. They don't suspect a thing.
Just make sure the locals don't get wind of what you're really up to. Because if they find out, they will wicker man your ass.
You keep looking into things, and things are gonna start looking bad. Don't make the same mistake your father made. In this
Alright,
place,
that's kind of intriguing, I
the
suppose.
only one you can really trust is me.
Oh god, now we got more music video stuff. I like the cat. Okay, there's some sort of combat going on there. Although, shooting books with a gravity gun, I don't know. There are no ghosts at the Grand. Okay. I don't know. Seems kind of weird, but it could be fun. I don't know. Probably not something I'm gonna go for immediately, but you know, seems a bit different maybe. Okay, what do we have? Xbox Game Studios, maybe State of Decay, like people are ranting on about in the chat.
There are as many gods in the world as there are stars in the heavens, and when we need their help, they send
Some
us
sort
a
of
hero
Asian-looking thing as well.
the defender
Susano.
of my homeland would be my daughter.
Is it a strategy game?
She unlocked the heavenly spear, but is she worthy?
Some sort of RTS strategy looking thing. It's not like an Age of Empires, or is it like Age of Mythology Japanese version? I don't really play RTS anymore, but that could be kind of fun. Age of Mythology, Heavenly Spear, okay.
If the heavenly spear is mine.
Okay, well that could be kind of cool, but I don't really play RTS anymore. I don't really like playing with mouse and keyboard these days. So, but I don't know, cool. I used to play, I used to play Age of Mythology back in the day, the original.
주권 국가의 자주적 결정을 누가 허락하는가? 만약 이 결정이 패권 국가의 특정 정치 집단의 이익을 저해한다면 당신의 특정 행동이 대중의 의사결정에 영향을 미칠 수 있으며 반대로 누군가는 당신의 의사결정에 영향을 주려 한다는 것을 인지할 때
This reminds me of like
자신만의
Watch
온전한
Dogs or something
입장을
like that.
세울 수 있지 않을까? 당신의 입장은 온전한 본인의 판단인가?
So it's a Korean game. I guess that's kind of unusual.
믿고 싶을 뿐.
That could be cool though. Get a little bit of a different flavor maybe from all the other games that we're used to. Feels like a mix of Watch Dogs and Splinter Cell. Maybe a hint of Metal Gear? I don't know.
당신의 분노는 스스로 결정한 것인가?
Alright, boss battles and stuff. Okay, so it seems like it has like a variety of stuff, things there. With stealth and some sort of nanomachine type thing. Or some virus, zombie. It's kind of cyberpunk as well. Okay.
지정태. 지정태!
Okay, never heard about that. Seems like it could be cool though. World premiere, alright. I'm still waiting for Elder Scrolls 6, guys. Come on. Wonderful. Okay.
E ora olaiem loite fativi. Novo.
Kind of creepy, all these faces. This reminds me of Limbo and Inside.
Dia novo tua libemo iwa lotaname.
What language is this?
Onaotalima diefema.
It's like Latin or something?
Teonami.
I don't know. Might be some made up language. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of Inside and Limbo, of course. Is this a sequel? Because it's... Surely this is... It's gotta be made by the same people, right? It's very similar from like a gameplay perspective. Yeah, what in the hell? I don't remember the name of the team that makes Limbo and Inside though. It's gotta be related to that. Or at least very heavily inspired by it. Planet of Lana 2. Oh, so there's a Planet of Lana 1? Somewhere, I guess. Yeah, I don't recognize the developers, so... Maybe they just took a bunch of inspiration from Inside and Limbo? Could be cool, could check that out. Bethesda, here we go. It is possible. Elder Scrolls? No, Fallout. Oh, fucking hell. Fallout 76. I'm never gonna play that. Oh well, I shouldn't complain too much.
Hello there. Beautiful day to relax by the old fishing hole, wouldn't you say? When it comes to fishing, Appalachia is a land aswim with opportunity.
So yes, they added fishing to 76 or something?
In every walk of waterway, from its mightiest of rivers to its humblest of ponds. Just step up to the bank, cast your line, and when your bobber starts bobbing, reel in the rewards. What do you got on there, Jed?
Worms!
And how are they biting today?
See for yourself.
Okay.
Oh, bagging the big fish starts with finding the right tools for the job. There are as many unique combinations of rods, reels, bobbers, and baits as there are fish in the sea.
I don't know, dude. I don't think
when you've caught your
fishing
fill,
mechanics is
pop
what's
over to
gonna
the
make
local
me want to
tackle
play
shop
76.
to swap fish tails.
Like, yeah,
Can you
yeah.
smell that?
I don't think there's
No matter
anything that's
what
gonna make me want to
troubles
play
plague
that
the
game.
future wastelands of Appalachia, you can always find comfort in cozy little joys like this.
I know people say it's gotten
just
better
gotta
and
know
shit,
where to
but I don't know.
Vault life is
The
your
moment they
ticket to
announced
easy living.
a Fallout MMO
Designed to
game, I
build
was
your
just
own little
out.
slice of paradise.
Like, I was
A
not
place
into
to
it.
show off all
And
the
then
bits and bobs
the
you
whole
collect in your
scandal
travels.
happened, and then I was
Got
definitely
a
not
green
into
thumb?
it.
Plant your own peaceful
And now people are
vegetable
saying
garden.
that it's slightly better,
And
but
nothing warms the
I don't know,
heart like a
I
neighborhood.
really can't give a shit about MMOs.
Community makes a wasteland
Especially
a
ones
waste
that
home.
has that history of
Join today.
Fallout
And
76.
tomorrow you'll be kicking back and sharing a meal with friends in beautiful Appalachia.
Oh well, maybe they still got Elder Scrolls. I mean, that's all. That's what we want. That's the thing we actually want. I don't want to go fishing in fucking 76. You know? I don't even want to go fishing in real life. Actually, it is kind of nice, but you know, I don't want to go through the trouble. Oh, what's this? Some sort of oh, solo leveling. That could be cool. Actually, I want to play this. So this is definitely into... probably into season... I don't know. But it makes perfect sense that this would turn into a game, you know. I mean, the anime is fucking awesome, so... This... oh, co-op? Oh no, it's a fucking co-op game? Please don't tell me. It's... oh no, please don't tell me it's like a multiplayer... Maybe it's okay to play it solo as well. I hope so. So it's definitely into the season 2 territory or whatever, when he starts summoning things. Could be cool, but if it's like mostly a co-op game, it's probably not going to be that exciting to play alone. Which is what I would do, because I have no friends, as we established earlier. How is this? Okay, everything is super cute. Okay. Hey, is this Pokemon? Is that what this is? I'm still trying to figure out if this is a Pokemon game or what the hell this is. Because all the Pokemons now look so strange. I'm pretty sure this is Pokemon. Seems like an open world Pokemon game sort of thing. But I thought Pokemon was only a Nintendo thing. So maybe it's not Pokemon, it's just something that's kind of heavily inspired by Pokemon, I don't know. Because I don't know what Pokemon looks like these days, because I remember they started changing them a lot at some point. Okay, it's not Pokemon, but it looks similar. I don't know, could be, I don't know, could be fun, maybe.
Hey, what's up everyone? It's Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I just want to say thanks to everyone for all the love and support we've seen since we announced Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 a few months ago.
I remember.
These games have changed my life. But more
it's
than
already
that,
released?
I've seen them help spread a love and appreciation for skating all over the world. And that means everything to me and the team. I can't wait for you all to experience the game. It's been rebuilt with so much care and attention to detail, with some brand new parks, new music, new skaters, and more. And you can enjoy it all with your friends with up to 8 players in multiplayer. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 officially drops July 11th, and we have a lot more surprises to come. Check out the launch trailer now.
Okay, that could be fun. I mean, I still need to play the remaster of the 2 first ones, which is, there's so many games that I haven't played. Because I think the one I played the most back in the day was 3, Tony Hawk's 3, I think. Maybe 4, I don't know, I think one of those. I just remembered it was always super hard when you got to the final challenges of the levels, you know. Yeah, I think I remember some of these levels here.
Watch it, mate.
Oh, that music. It's been a while since I've heard that. What song is that in? I can't remember what that's called. It's been so long. Oh, you can play as Ninja Turtles. I mean, why not? That was part of the fun, unlocking these strange characters to play as. Alright. Okay, that seems kind of fun. Oh, the Doomslayer? Okay, they're just adding just anything at this point for fun. Oh well, that's fun. Also the soundtrack to those games. Maybe I should go back. Just for the nostalgia, you know? Alright, what's gonna be... Premiere. Okay, another world premiere, so this is something I've never heard about, probably. One thing I would really want is a fucking new Time Splitters game, but I'm not sure if that's ever gonna happen. Okay, is this some Witcher side-scroller, or... Spiritfarer? Never heard of it. I don't know, maybe I'm too old. I'm just playing old RPGs at this point. Oh, what the hell? Okay. It does have a kind of nice little art style to it. Okay. So some sort of side-scrolling action RPG sort of thing. I assume there's some like RPG stuff added to this. There's all these powers you can use, it seems like, as well. She went into like the menu. It reminds me a little bit of what's the game? It reminds me of a game that had sort of similar... I can't remember. If I remember, I'll say. Sound. Alright. Well, that could be cool. Okay, I wonder how many games they have left, really. They've been going for an hour or so, or at least almost an hour. Oh, Gears of War is back. Oh, is this remaster of the first one? Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. Remaking the first one, that's gonna be cool. I would play that, because I used to play that back in the day. And that was a lot of fun. I think I even completed the first one on the hardest difficulty. Which was that was annoying on the final boss.
Look who decided to show up.
Yeah, I remember all of these. And they're adding in the multiplayer, which is, I remember that was a lot of fun back in the day with the chainsaw and, oh man. A lot of battles fought there.
Looks like they upgraded.
But is it a remake or is it more a remaster?
Let's do this.
Looks like it might be more of a remaster.
This is gonna be awesome.
But I mean, that's cool. I haven't played this in a long time. Reloaded, alright. Okay, that could be cool. I'll want to play that eventually. I actually only play Gears of War 1 and 2, I think.
Premiere.
I don't think I ever played any more than that. Okay, what is this? Is this some anime? Oh, is this Persona? Is this Persona? Oh my god, it's Persona. Oh, it's Persona 4. Okay, here we go. One of the games we really wanted. It's here. Oh crap. Oh, it looks like a full-on remake too. Okay. Okay. When is this available, please? Release date, please? No release date? Okay, well that's exciting. Very short trailer. But yeah, that's what game I'm jumping in day one, playing it on the channel.
Smugglers League is always there. But you won't
like Persona 4, like just the atmosphere of that game is it's something very special.
And the only way you'd ever know it is if that's what we wanted.
It didn't say a release date though, which is
as smugglers, we deal in the goods others are
kind of
afraid
different.
to handle. Guns, explosives.
I mean, I remember they did shadow drop Persona 4 on PC,
like no other.
like
So I guess my
a few years
is,
back.
Can you handle
or
that?
it might be maybe 5 years ago, I guess, or something like that. But I remember when they just shadow dropped that, I just bought it day one and just jumped straight in.
The bigger the boom, the better.
But I mean, I've already played Persona 5 and 3 here on this channel,
It's more than moving under moonlight and shadows.
I would definitely do that with Persona 4 as well. And it would be nice if they could bring Persona 1 and 2 as well to players like me who'd never gone in on the original back in the day. So those are some games I just want to support as well, just like show them like, yeah, I want to buy that and I want more of that.
Welcome, my friends, to the
And we are still waiting for Persona 6, I guess. And also, whatever this game is, I don't know. It has to... It's been kind of, yeah, Sea of Thieves. I never cared about that game. So, nothing to worry about. I gotta figure out the release date of... Can we Google that? Persona 4 Revival release date? Hang on. Also, I'm gonna be looking at this.
Premiere.
Persona 4 Revival. Is this like falling down the game?
This is ridiculous. Please, come on.
Whoa. Oh no, it's invincible. Okay. Okay, invincible game. That will be fun.
Enough yet?
No, Dad, not even close.
What's with the weird frame rate on the characters though? That seems a bit weird. But I'm definitely interested in an invincible game. I I just want to see gameplay of this though. I feel like that's the important part.
Why I had to do this. Accept our rule or die.
Okay, there's Adam Eve.
A third option.
I'm not your son anymore. I'm the guy who's going to throw you off this planet for good.
Now, is it a fighting game or is it like a... Oh, it's a fighting game. Okay. Ah, sorry, I lost a bit of interest there. I thought it was gonna be like kind of story-based action game sort of thing. But it seems like it's essentially Mortal Kombat, but invincible. I don't know, it's not really my thing. I mean, it can be fun, but I feel like fighting games, they kind of... they get old very quickly. And it's more fun if you like actually keep playing it and you like start like really getting good at it. And like, but that just means so much repetition, you know? Okay, well, could be cool. I'm still looking at the Persona release date. Let's see. There's no news on it yet. I guess it's too early. They just reveal it after all. But whenever Persona 4 Revival comes out, I'm buying it day one. I don't even care what it costs. Okay, Final Fantasy. I actually have not played any... Oh, I have played them slightly, but never completed one. So... remake Intergrade. Okay, whatever that means.
To even the odds. Any objections?
Well, I do want to... Is this Final Fantasy as well? This is a different game, isn't it?
Our flames are our own, and they burn as one.
Is this, I don't recognize this. Oh, it is Final Fantasy.
Alethea cannot endure a second claim upon her.
But basically, yeah, I've never played a Final Fantasy game all the way through, so I still need to just decide on one of them and just go through the whole thing. Available today. Okay. Well, I'm not sure if that's the one I would go with. I don't know. I don't know which one is best to start with.
World premiere.
Okay, we got something new. Xbox Game Studios. Reminds me of the art style in Dredge, or whatever that game is. It's like an indie game though, I think. Alright, some weird, creepy type of stuff. Okay. It's kind of weird. I'm not sure what the objective of this game is. Is this your character? It's like a falling apart lighthouse. That's kind of different, I suppose. Seems like it's. Oh well, I guess it could be fun if it's like sort of puzzle solving type of stuff while traversing this strange world. I feel like a lot of games like this though, they kind of base everything off like the vibe and atmosphere, and there's not necessarily that much like mechanics and content other than just proceeding through like some world. That's just my impression, I don't know. It's not the type of thing that I get immediately excited about, you know. Could be wrong though.
Games like Psychonauts 2 showed how Double Fine excels at creating unique and innovative experiences, and Keeper is no exception. Looking ahead, next year marks 25 years of Xbox. It's a big milestone for the platform and franchises that you helped build and make popular. We couldn't have done this without everyone who's been with us on this journey. As we think about bringing a new generation of players to these iconic franchises, I'm excited to share that players will get to celebrate 25 years of Xbox with a new Fable, the next Forza, Gears of War E-Day, and the return of a classic that's been with us since the beginning. Today, you've seen an incredible range of games from creators across the globe.
But we still need Elder Scrolls 6.
Creators like In Exile, reaching for new heights with Clockwork Revolution.
We're all waiting for it.
Making Team Meat's modern classic.
He's building up to it. He's building up to Elder Scrolls 6. I promise.
Enix, bringing more of the critically acclaimed
blue balling
Final
us,
Fantasy
and then
franchise to our
we're
players.
gonna get
and Team
Elder Scrolls
Ninja
6.
returning
There we
to
go.
the
Come
beloved
on.
series they debuted
He's just
on Xbox.
buttering us up at this point.
You've also seen the next Xbox hardware release.
Yeah, we've seen
our
that. We've seen
Xbox
everything
Ally
except
handheld,
Elder Scrolls 6.
which lets you bring
So let's
your
go.
Xbox
Come on.
experience and your library with you anywhere.
Anytime
I hope
now.
you enjoyed the breadth and depth of the games, updates, and experiences that are coming to Xbox from our partners and our own creative teams.
Okay, and
We're
here we
seeing
go.
more players on our
One more game.
platform and in our
Elder
games
Scrolls 6.
than
Here we go.
ever.
Todd Howard
Thanks
entered the
to all of
stage.
you. We're
And thanks
proud
to
of the
Todd Howard.
creativity that Obsidian is delivering this year. Immediately after Showcase, our Direct begins, where you'll go inside the studio for an extended look at the Outer Worlds 2 and Grounded 2. Thanks for joining
But first,
us today.
Todd Howard.
But before we get into the Direct, we have a final world
Okay,
premiere.
here we go. Here it is.
Enjoy.
I'm pretty sure I know what this is. Come on. Come on, come on, come on.
World premiere.
A butterfly? Is that related to Elder Scrolls? I don't know. Come on. Nah, this is not
Welcome to
Elder
the guild.
Scrolls.
We have been expecting you. Please, follow me.
Okay.
You already know us as a global tech leader. Our software, our systems, combined with our skilled team, is designed to save lives. Your
Further in the
years of
base.
service have shown you the importance of our work. Here, you'll witness the global scope of that mission in action. Let me introduce you to our esteemed visionary.
For too long, we have been bound by outdated systems, accepting limitations instead of redefining them. The Guild is safeguarding tomorrow, now. We are pioneering the future of protection worldwide. Our advancements are designed to elevate everyday life, reshaping the future of
Is this like some
technology.
Deus Ex type stuff? Is it a franchise I would know?
I'm Emma Kagan, CEO of the Guild.
Okay, open world, maybe? I'm still salty that when he said one final game and it's not Elder Scrolls, that's kind of mean to do that. I mean, this could still be cool, but I don't know what this is. And it's like a cinematic trailer, so I don't really know.
It's a powerful thing. David Mason. Menendez.
Oh, Call of Duty. Okay. I haven't played a Call of Duty game since Xbox One, like, and I mean the original Xbox, not the Xbox, you know what I mean, the first Xbox. Okay, so they decided to really talk about Call of Duty instead of Elder Scrolls 6. And I guess this is a countdown to the Obsidian thing. I don't know if I really care that much about Obsidian. Yeah. I mean, they could show Elder Scrolls at the end of this.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. We here at the studio have joked around that
Okay,
this has been
we'll
the
watch
year
them
of
and see what
Obsidian,
they're doing, and
without releasing early this year and now ending the year with
they
2 more
might.
games. And what better way to cap this
I'm just
incredible year for us
coping.
than
I'm
by
just
doing what
coping.
our
I just want
studio
Elder
does
Scrolls to
best.
be released at the end.
That's where I come in. You can get out of here, Fergus. Thank you so
What?
much. No, you're doing great. You nailed it. The sequel is the lifeblood of every great franchise. Think about it. The original creates the world and builds fandom, but the sequel, that's what makes it worth remembering. No sequel, no hoverboard. No sequel, no dual SMGs. No sequel, no raccoon tail. No sequel, no Zune 2, which doesn't really exist, but I wish it had.
There was a Zune 2.
There was a Zune 2? A mark. They had a
Okay,
sequel
so
to
they're
Obsidian. And I have sequelized
joking around with this one?
everything. Blockbuster movies to AAA video games to my first marriage. So trust me, I know what I'm doing. Come along on this journey with me. Part 2.
Alright, I mean,
Let the killing commence.
I assume there's not gonna really be...
RPG interactions, reactivity, all the things we've been known for as a company. It's really a complete realization of everything people want from an Obsidian game. Surprisingly, this is the
What are
first time
people
in over
saying in the
25
chat,
years
though,
that I've had
about
the
this?
chance to do a full sequel for a world that I helped
Elder
co-create.
Scrolls 6.
It's really just a fantastic
Where's my Elder
opportunity
Scrolls
to
6 at?
explore and expand
Exactly.
the universe
Elder
in interesting
Scrolls.
ways, and to go even further with the themes of how people are affected by living in a dystopian corporate reality.
Oh crap,
You
all
can
these
shoot your
are
way
coming
through
in
it,
really
you can
quick
talk your
here.
way through it, you can sneak your way through it. And so no matter what kind of play style that you like, this is just an awesome franchise and an awesome game to jump into, even if it's your first one.
A lot of people are shut down Obsidian Entertainment
Of a
2020.
great Obsidian RPG.
YouTube comments are so fucking funny.
Important choices.
In
In The Outer Worlds 2, not only did we want to double down
I
on those
can't even
elements,
read
but
this.
we wanted to give players even more
Let's
of
see,
it.
Dark Souls
We've also
2,
put a lot of
Persona
investment into
Revival.
skills and traits
Yeah, let's
that
look
impact
up
things
the
like
revival
combat, conversations
date
in
on
areas
that.
that we call RPG
Actually, let's just find it,
which are
because
the
we
part of
don't, I
the
don't really
world
care
where players
about
can use their
Obsidian
specific
that
skills,
much.
perks, and backgrounds
So
to
let's
solve problems in
find
unique ways in our
Persona.
new, bigger world.
It's hidden in here somewhere. God damn, the trailer was so short as well.
I love a deep RPG experience, and building out that RPG crunchiness for our players was at the forefront of what we set out to create.
Oh god damn, where did
We
I put it?
prioritize those deeper RPG options with different character builds and combos so players
it
can
was
express
after
their
that.
role-playing power fantasies.
After Tony Hawk's, maybe?
We also have different equipment options for different playstyles and different companions with different abilities.
Oh, here we go. So let's see if there was a release date on this. Let's see. I don't see a release date anywhere. Static crackles and fades. No, there's no release date here, right? Okay, well that's kind of annoying. I wonder if it's on the Steam page though. Okay, we can go to the live thing.
Skill points.
Let me look
obviously
at
really
Steam
great.
and
That's how
see
you
if
wanna
the
build your character. You can
revival is
also
there.
go and do something like Lucky, where you
Maybe
get
the
extra critical
product page
chance,
is up.
and you also get a lot of really cool
I'm
options
just doing it on
throughout
my
the game as
phone
well.
right now because
Of course, we brought back
Yeah.
dumb, so the
see.
players love the dumb option.
Tell me.
Persona, it's not on there yet. Okay, let's just Google
Quite what I meant, but I like your contempt
Persona.
for boundaries. I could put your adventurous spirit to
Persona
good use.
4,
You get
come on.
lots of really cool, fun
Revival.
conversation options in the game, but we took that even further. And again, there's lots of elements in the game where you can be dumb and use that for something. Could be
let's see.
something as simple as banging on a machine to get it to work.
Okay, there's some stuff on Reddit about it, that should work.
After you've invested in some of your traits, your next choice
No
is
date and barely anything
skills.
shown. This game is so
Skills
far
themselves
out.
basically allow you to build on your playstyle and what your
Okay, it
character is
seems like
doing
they
in the
did an
game.
official
That will be
announcement just
everything
because
from
it keeps
playing stealthily
leaking.
to specking for an explosive specialty.
Okay, so this is... Yeah, some people
Throughout
are
your
saying
entire
if
journey,
Persona
your character
4,
continues to change with
we're
the
not
different
even getting a
choices you make.
year as a
In
release
Outer
date,
Worlds 1,
so that
we
probably
actually
means
have
that
more
this
skills than
game
we have.
and
So we
Persona
condensed
6 is a
them down to
long
really
way
the core
out.
and essence of what we really wanted there. But we made each point that you put into a skill much more impactful. So instead of getting small percentage changes,
people are saying this
we
isn't
actually
coming
did
for a
much
year or
larger
two.
changes per point that you put into each skill. And again, all
Persona
these
4
things, because
seconds
how
of
they're checked
footage.
inside the world
That's
itself
pretty good.
can matter quite a bit. You know, just even having one additional skill point in something can open up a lot more
Yeah.
options in the world itself.
Well, I'm happy they're making
anybody's
that, but
played
yeah,
Fallout
it's
New
not
Vegas,
coming
they'll
anytime
be
soon.
very
It's
familiar with,
basically
like, the perk system. We
the
basically
conclusion with
borrowed
that.
but went even grander. We actually have more perks than
Okay,
Fallout
what are
New
they
Vegas
doing
did.
with fucking
But
Outer
here's
Worlds
the cool
2?
thing, right? We check.
I don't
we
even
use
know if the
perks for
first
literally
one. I do
everything,
have it.
right? So
I
you
could
can do
play
everything
it.
from, hey, I want to make a
I
stealthy
got it for free,
build
though.
that steals stuff and is really good at that. Okay, great. Well, you can take maybe the pickpocketing perk. So that's not available to everybody, but if you select that, now you can actually go around and steal things out of people's pockets.
I'm just hoping for
There's
an
another
Elder
perk called
Scrolls 6
heavy-handed,
reveal
right, where
at the
say you're a
end
melee
of
person. What
this
this
thing,
does
you know?
is now your power attacks that you use actually knock people down.
Let's see if people are still ranting about Elder Scrolls. That's sort of my favorite thing.
I really
YouTube
like
comments.
the serial killer perk. As you start
This has to
killing
never
people,
fail
they
with
will
disappointments.
drop hearts. And you can take those hearts, and essentially you're taking
Let's
these
see.
trophies, you could say, and it's
Like
actually
the
giving you a
Halo.
permanent health bonus every time you do it. We have this perk called Assassin. Now this
Final
is an
world
early
premiere.
game perk that you
Learn
can
to listen.
take.
Oh god, they're
which
not gonna
every time
do
you use stealth attack an enemy, you're actually going to get a movement bonus
Fable.
for a
Yeah,
certain
the
amount of
Fable
time.
game looked kind of strange though, so I'm not sure if that's gonna be something good in the end. I don't know. Let's see.
Flaws were a system that everybody loved from the first
we do,
game.
like, a slow
but we wanted
mode
to
on
make
this
it
thing?
more personal to the player. We wanted it to really reflect how you were playing
Because
the
I
game.
haven't
and give
played,
you a
Outer
bonus
Worlds
that
1,
you
so
actually
I don't know.
wanted to really engage
I
with.
still have to do that.
With the flaw
before-
system returning, we
before
knew
this.
we needed to go bigger, better, and more real than ever before. So, we turned to the team.
Let's see.
I told them,
Prototype.
no bad ideas.
3.
Give me
That
what
could
you
be
got.
cool. That's a game that I
Okay,
would want.
we need more flaws. We need them to be real. I want to
But
put them
that
in the
hasn't
game, so
shown
give me
up.
something. Inspiration. What's wrong with you?
Oh,
People are still going on about
bad
Elder
knees.
Scrolls.
You got bad knees? They hurt when you walk a lot?
Yes.
When you walk too much, they hurt?
No cartilage.
Please force.
Sounds boring. Makes you sound like a boring person,
Force, I don't
but
care
it's in the
about
game.
that.
I know it.
It's a good flaw. What about you?
Let's see.
I like to take small things sometimes.
So you're stealing.
No, I'm taking.
When do you give them back?
People
I
are saying
don't.
cringe fest.
Yeah, you shouldn't be
I
stealing.
mean, they are trying to be funny
You
here,
shouldn't be
and
stealing, Claire.
Tiny crimes.
Tiny crimes?
I don't
Do you
really
hear the
know
second
if
part
we
though? It's a
really
crime.
care that
Well-
much. I don't know.
You're stealing. Claire, that's wrong. You can't steal
And
things,
also
okay?
after the whole
But it's an amazing flaw
avowed
that I'm putting in the game. But you're a bad
thing,
person.
I don't know. I'm
And are
kind
you
of
the one that took my
skeptical
Steam phone?
about
Do you need it?
Yeah. Give it back.
Obsidian.
Okay.
I
Please.
could check it out though. I don't know.
You, what do we got? Flaw.
I like to stare at the sun.
How long did you stare at the sun?
Just lunch break.
An hour?
Oh, I only get 30. You guys get an hour?
You are the flaw.
you
Leave
know.
my screen. Oh my god, the comments.
Makes me feel
I love
energized.
fucking
Makes me feel
YouTube
alive.
comments, dude.
3?
No. Anything else? We'll put it in the game. We'll put it in the game
boring,
because I feel
skip
bad
this.
for you. Anything else?
Skip.
One of my favorite flaws is something called bad knees. It will actually give you the option to take this flaw that'll make it so that you move faster throughout the game. But the problem is, anytime you stand up, your knees are going to make a loud popping noise that makes it so that, well, everyone around you is going to hear you.
Oh, that's kind of
There's one called Kleptomaniac. This is really interesting because what it does is when you steal something, you can actually sell it for more bits than normal. And like that sounds really great. The drawback is sometimes when you're looking at things in the world that are owned by somebody else, you'll automatically steal them. So you have to be very careful about how you use them.
Okay, that could be very annoying.
Is the Sun Gazer Flaw, and it just gives everyone cataracts while playing their game.
We want Elder Scrolls 6. I mean, yeah, we want Elder Scrolls 6 and Persona 4 release date.
And makes the game pretty
That's what we
unplayable
want.
if you happen to choose that perk.
The showcase
If you
was
happen to be
low-key,
the type
I
of
don't
player
know.
that
There's some
habitually
cool games in
reloads your
there.
weapons like I do,
It wasn't like super
well, you'll be
disappointing,
offered the
but
flaw of over-prepared.
it was just missing that one
You'll get
big
larger
thing
magazine
that we all
sizes on
want.
all of your weapons, but if you ever fully empty your magazine, you're gonna take a debuff for a while.
Yeah, I'm very skeptical about that new
Well, we
Fable
support
game. I'm not
options
sure.
Like being a gunslinger who
It
wants
did
to
not
key
seem like it was gonna
weapons, or a rogue
live up
who
to
wants
what the
alpha
original
strike their
was, you
enemy
know.
before they know what hit them. We also allow for a lot of fun and
skip ad.
experimental builds.
Oh my god, these
You
people.
can be a mad scientist who utilizes gadgets and wacky
Totally boring
science
as hell.
weapons and
Move
armors.
on.
Or even a psychopath who gains permanent bonuses to health by murdering their friends.
Disappointing his own
Nothing
community,
shows
blah,
the
blah,
impact
blah.
of these character build options better than, in my opinion, the bridge area, which has a quest you get early on in Paradise Island. Not only do you kind
They
of
did
encounter
also
this
say
very
that there
early,
was a
it's very
game that's been
core
with
one to the
Xbox
story,
from the very beginning.
but it really expresses our philosophy of allowing the player to solve
I'm not
problems
exactly
in
sure
a
what that
bunch
is.
of ways.
Might be Halo.
So you may solve it
Like
by
a Halo 1
speech options. You may talk to
remake
them
or
and
something,
maybe have to
maybe.
do a quest for them. And
I'm not sure if
really
that's a
kind of
game that
prove
needs
you're
it,
a
though.
friend of the Protectorate to get by.
I feel like
I may
that
have
game
need of your
kind
help,
of.
stranger.
That's
If
pretty.
you are
That's
ready
a
to
pretty
seize an
solid game,
opportunity
you know.
to show fealty to the Protectorate.
Especially with the
You
Master
could go
Chief
guns blazing, and you could just take
Collection
everyone
version.
out inside the POI, lower the bridge itself, and kind of get across.
From the looks of things, like Halo 5 is the one that maybe would need like a remake where they fix everything, because people hated that apparently.
You could sneak in, lower the bridge, and then actually
Outer
sneak in
Worlds,
under the bridge to get over
where
to the other
fuck is
side.
Halo? Why are they describing every perk in the game? Maybe that's all they have, I don't know. Nobody cares. Everybody's like, yeah. A lot of people are hating on them for this game. Timu game. Oh my god. Oh my god, these comments. I love this.
Bypass the bridge entirely if you
Timu
found,
game.
like certain gadgets, like the shield gadget that
Okay.
protects you from poison gas as you go across.
And this guy just spamming the
Or
shit
double
emoji.
jump boots, which kind of allow you to jump across
Still
the chasm and get
going.
across that way.
Half-Life 4 on what? Okay.
There's even a really kind of messed up way, right? Which is players can actually sacrifice one of their companions. Their companion who they just found is part of.
We're no different than the Vries if we start tossing our own to the rats. I sure as law ain't gonna follow someone who
They're
can't see
trying
the wrong.
to be more
I
inclusive
must
for
admit,
people
I'm
with bad
surprised we
knees.
could come to an understanding.
Uh,
But I thank you for your loyalty, stranger. As promised, you shall have clearance to
I'm gonna
cross
finish
this
the game
bridge.
just by showing it. Yeah, apparently the
It's
first
such
one
a
is
fun
pretty
quest,
short.
But again, it really showcases that we want you to be able to solve this in whatever way you want to.
Let's see.
When you build your character your way, we're there for you. We really want you to have the experience that you want to have out of this.
Okay, they're still going. Fucking hell. I want to see
From
if
the very
they
beginning of our discussions
shadow
about
drop
the
Elder
Outer
Scrolls
Worlds,
6 at the
we
end.
really
That's
knew we
all.
wanted every game to take
there's like
place in
a
a different colony.
0.2%
This lets us
chance that
expand
they're
on
gonna
all
do
aspects of the universe.
But
Every
it's basically
colony can be its
cope.
own thing with its
Persona
own
3
flavor,
remake, we
and
already
can center
got
them
that. I
around
don't know if
anything
people
we
are
want.
spamming that.
Any ideas or setting we're interested in.
People are yelling about
Arcadia
Silk
is an
Song a
isolated
lot.
colony with abundant resources, and it's run by an authoritarian faction called the Protectorate. Their dictatorship is thematically based around the question of how much freedom people will give up for security and luxury. For Protectorate subjects, unfortunately, that answer is everything. The Protectorate is also incredibly wealthy because it was founded by the inventor of the skip drives, which are the Outer World's faster-than-light engines. But those skip drives are starting to cause rifts in space-time, which are cutting off all the other colonies on Earth from being able to trade with each other.
Rip
The Order
Halo.
of the Ascendant is an offshoot of the Order of Scientific Inquiry from the original game, and like them are a science-based religion with the same
Boring,
goal
boring.
of solving
Give us New
universal
Vegas
equations,
too.
which will allow them to predict and
I
alter
mean,
the
he's
future to
not.
the benefit of all
He's onto
mankind.
something. You know.
They used to be part of the Protectorate, but they split off to focus on solving the equation for the good of everyone, not as a way to simply control the masses. The player's been sent to Arcadia as an Earth Directorate agent to find out how the skip drives are causing the rifts and what can be done to stop them. Each of the factions have their own solutions to the rift problem and their own goals.
Elder Scrolls 6, please. That's what I've been saying all along.
To protect their legacy as the inventor of the drives and their wealth. The Order wants to close them not only for the good of everyone, but also because they're complicating the math they're using to solve the universal equation.
Bro, we don't need to know more. Just let us discover ourselves.
To control all the trade routes between the colonies.
Yeah, I guess they're wanting to
promote
promote this thing. They're very proud.
The Outer Worlds, we're also expanding the humor, so each faction has its own flavor of absurdity. Andy's Choice is a merger between Anti-Cleo and Spacer's Choice from the original game.
Holy yeah.
There are corporate representatives in the Outer Worlds too. They've invaded Arcadia to liberate the resources for all of humanity, at a profit, of course.
One of my favorite things from Fallout New Vegas is the radio system. It was just iconic for me, and I wanted to make sure that the Outer Worlds 2 had that. So we actually built out 3 different radio stations, one for each of the major factions. You also have a ton of music.
Peak Sona 4,
might have,
yeah.
like, I think 20 tracks.
I do think it's going to be at least...
It's a lot of stuff.
They didn't even
really
say
cool
2026.
Part about this entire thing is that
it
we
might
actually put a lot
actually
of
not be here
into
until
the
like
video.
2027
So it will respond to the things that are going on around the world that you've been interacting with. So if you go into a location,
I mean, compared
let's say
to
you solve a problem for the Protectorate
when did we get
folks,
Persona 3
if you listen
Reloaded?
to the Protectorate
That was
radio
like,
station, they're going to be cheering you on as a
last
hero.
year or the year before, at the very end, possibly.
The Zeranium gas leaks at the Automet
So, but I would, yeah, I guess they're using a lot of assets from those remakes, I would hope, or from the Persona 3 remake. I would assume they reuse assets from that to expedite the process, but yeah.
The factions and companions are great examples of how we're going deeper and more complex this time around. They're integrated into the game's storyline much more than we did on the first Outer Worlds.
Obsidian
And like
Direct
with everything
now,
else
but I
in the
still
game,
have
they have a
hope
lot more
that there's
reactivity.
going to be something
There are
at the
6
end.
companions in the Outer Worlds too. As usual, each has their own quest lines.
Although it
but
would
this
be
time
kind of
they are
mean
also
to
connected a
Obsidian
different
to
faction and have character arcs that the player can
to
affect through their choices.
throw Elder Scrolls 6 right before them or after them, because that's what will just overshadow their whole
Whether he
thing.
wants to become an even better agent or to turn his back on the Earth Directorate completely. There's also a somewhat cute Automech support drone that is basically Niles' helper. Her name is Val.
Viewer numbers
Marisol's
plummet.
part of the Order of the Ascendant, and she's an aging but
They
still
really baited me though with the whole one final game that they're gonna show off, and then it's like some
There's also a cultist named Azza who is part of a
like some
subfaction that
it was
worships
Call
the
of
Rift,
Duty. Sorry,
and in her case, violence
I guess
is
that
no.
is sort of a big game
You
that
can choose to
people
either turn her
are
away
excited
from
about, but
overt
me,
violence
I'm just
or
like
support her
whatever.
chaotic and dangerous tendencies. At one
I
time,
could play
Anti-Source
through those
had programmed
campaigns
graph
though, just for
soldiers with
fun,
animal
but
parts to make them more formidable. Unfortunately,
one
it didn't quite
eternity
work for most
later.
of them, now dead. There's a combat medic who survived.
People are talking
however,
about
named Alex,
Halo.
and she wants the player to help her fix her graft, among other things.
Anything
Finally,
else?
there's Tristan. He's a protected arbiter who is judge, jury, and executioner all rolled into one heavily
When
armored package.
P4 showcase,
It
yeah, I
is
think
your
that's going to be a
choice to either
long
help him judge
time away.
wrongdoers or show him what true justice looks like.
We definitely have reactivity in the game based on how you've been treating your companions. I won't reveal the end of the game, but let's say if you have not been treating them well, you will find out at the end of the game what that means.
Okay,
Companions
spoilers,
are a
I guess.
Very, very important part of merchandising because that's the
This
real
guy
beauty of the
keeps
sequel.
spamming the
Merch,
shit emoji.
Baby. It is the lifeblood.
Okay,
it is
this
what
guy's being a little
fuels
bit
us. Do you wanna
cringe,
see some
but
of my
whatever.
ideas?
They're having fun.
Check this out. Gen Alpha loves body pillows, especially ones that look like human
Okay, we're
beings
at
for
that
some
level
reason,
now.
right? Who needs a significant other when you could have a
I didn't want to call him cringe,
up
but
on your
I don't
sheets,
know.
huh?
We're
What do they do
getting
with
we're
them when
getting
they get
there.
home? Maybe a little napping, maybe a little snuggling, maybe a little nah.
I mean, maybe.
The visuals of the
Oh,
first
no.
Outer Worlds depicted a
They
frontier
keep
colony in
going.
space. The Outer Worlds 2 is driven by an invasion of the Arcadia colony system by Anti's Choice, which shifts the visuals to be more reminiscent of a World War I-like setting in space. That evolution is seen across all
This
aspects
guy's
of the
pretty
game,
brutal.
starting with the factions. How do you
He said
militarize
made one good game in 2010.
capitalists or math-crazy
This one,
scientists?
that's pretty
In a
brutal.
World War I setting, war comes with propaganda. The sovereign uses it to maintain control. Auntie's Choice uses it to help their bottom line.
Wrap
The
it
Order
up
just wants to
already.
show how it exists within the grand
Can't
plan.
stand modern day Obsidian.
We
Yeah,
want
I'm a bit
players to
skeptical
feel like
myself.
Arcadia is a living, breathing place scarred by a long-standing war. Fairfield,
want Elder
one of the
Scrolls
first
6.
towns you encounter, was once under protectorate control. But has
Yeah,
recently
I
been
saw some
taken
people
over
saying
by
that
Auntie's Choice. They
it
don't
is
just
possible
occupy
that
the
Elder
towns,
Scrolls
they
6
rebrand it with their signature style,
could come out next
repainting
year.
buildings, posting guards,
It
and
might be a
adding
bit
propaganda-based
optimistic, but
holograms featuring Auntie
I don't
and
think
the
it's
Moon Man.
too unreasonable. Like, it
Showing
could
the
happen.
towns evolving after the invasion helps us push
But
immersion
if I
for
had
our
to
players.
guess, I would think
One of our
maybe
priorities in visually realizing the
maybe
world of the Outer
late
Worlds 2 was making sure everything is clear
2027,
and recognizable
maybe.
from the player standpoint. We want to make sure each faction
You know,
has a
if we start
particular
going to
look and
2028,
design.
that's a
So when the
long,
player's running across these
that's a
maps,
long
different
time, you know, for a
environments
game
and
that's
landscapes,
already
they're
been,
recognizing the motifs and
everybody's
visuals
been
of
waiting for it
who
so
they're talking
long
to,
already.
what they're going to be talking about, and how that progresses throughout the story. The first Outer Worlds was really about player interfacing with corporations, and while we have that in the Outer Worlds 2, we really want to express not just the corporations, but how the player interacts with other facets of the world, like government entities or religious structures. And then we elaborate on those.
With larger environments, we wanted to encourage exploration by improving player mobility across the board. Now you can run, slide, double jump,
Okay, that's actually something that looks
all of the nooks and crannies of
like
these
something that
worlds.
would be
It
an
really
improvement
allows
to a
the player
game
to
like
just
this,
explore and
like
have
that kind of
fun,
more
finding really cool
mobile
stuff.
movement. Because that can be a little bit,
We've aimed to make everything.
yeah,
in the
some of these
Outer Worlds do better from top
RPG-focused
to
games
bottom.
sometimes
The
lack
RPG
out on
elements from the
those
start, but that's touched our
sort of more
story,
action
our art,
gamey
and especially our
smoothness,
gameplay.
combat, and all those things.
A good sequel is true to the original. That's first and foremost.
I did actually
We all
play
wanna
Pillars
add
of
in a
Eternity
bunch of
1,
things as you're making a
and
sequel,
that
right? We wanna
was
make it bigger and
I
better in
thought
every
that
way.
was
That's
good,
what we were trying
but it
to
pissed
do
me
here.
off at the
And
end
I thought
because
we did not
there was a
need
level
this
cap, and
consultant.
I don't like
We have enough
those.
sequels. We understand how to do this, and I will say, I don't think it's been entirely successful.
So boring, bro.
I am
Forza,
very
Forza.
proud of the combat
Some
improvements we
Russian
have
crap.
made in the Outer
Have
Worlds
they
2,
announced
thanks
when it
to
comes
my
out?
patented combat system. You may be thinking to yourself, it can't be that good. Shush, what are you even talking about? You haven't seen it yet. Watch this. Put a helmet on, because I'm about to blow all
Okay,
of
they're
your
gonna
minds
talk
with
about
my
They spent more money on this fucking presentation than the fucking game,
My
it seems
name is
like.
Mark. I'm the head of sequels. Shall we begin? You're thinking, what's C for? C. Capitalize the fact that the people loved the first game. We're going to take those people, we're going to make them buy the sequel.
This
giving out
guy, yes, we did see. You just showed like 90% of the game, you
Here
dundlehead.
we go. What comes after C?
At this point, they're playing the game for me.
Satisfaction. I am terrified.
Why
of
are we
online
still on
gamers.
this?
Okay, I just,
Let's see when
I
it
wanna make them happy.
releases.
So let's. Okay. All right. Mobilize the players so they're ready for that sweet pre-order.
Okay, that's...
Sweet. If you don't have rhythm, Brandon, just say it.
Yeah, okay, this
Sweet,
is bad.
Sweet pre-order. Everybody has a different rhythm.
Okay,
It's
that's,
blowing my mind. Here we go. B. Burglarize. What
Yeah,
is this? It's
that's...
basically
Okay,
just
this is
finding new
getting a
ways to
bit...
loot dead bodies.
this is not selling me the game, let's put it that way.
Okay.
This is
well, we're gonna
starting to do the
Hey,
opposite.
You got to agonize about how many people are going to be angry that we have just put so much combat into this thing and almost no romance at all. We should look at ourselves. What is wrong with us?
Yeah,
huh?
yap,
We can't have
yap.
one love story in this?
This is a
How
bit
many people have
much.
been in love? Raise
I
your
don't
hands.
know.
Raise your hand if you're in love. Okay, are you lying?
I have a wife.
Like, we
Bring it
don't need comedy skits. Just
T,
show us a good
trois.
game.
In French,
You know?
that means two.
And
Sequel.
it might be good, I don't know, but...
Okay, you're getting ahead of yourself. Come on. Click.
Yeah.
We're on two. And how do we end it? Anything is possible. And we've established that we're the best there is, and there's no sequel better than us. And if I could just say one more thing, thank you very much. I know I've kind of changed the world of video games today.
For the Outer Worlds 2,
Okay.
we wanted to improve gunplay in every way. We
Okay,
focused on improving
gunplay,
the
yeah,
feel of each
sure.
weapon, the way a weapon
I assume
snaps
they
under
want to
ADS,
improve
the way
everything from the
recoil
first
feels
one.
when firing, and how impactful our sound effects really sell the weapon's fantasy, to things like how unique reload animation can add a lot of character to each weapon. We've increased the variety of weapons by including new weapon types, but also through a host of fun and unique weaponry. We have things like the Boar Blaster.
This guy's running, it's been 30 minutes of
that can
dog
explode like
shite.
grenades. Or can even be eaten by the player for additional health.
YouTube comments, especially YouTube comments in the live chats are just
That will actually level up
so
when you use it
fucking
throughout
red
the game.
hot. It's so good.
And every time it levels up, it's got fun fanfare where it's like shooting out confetti and it's got a fun little setup. We have a really fun weapon called the pop-up gun. It fires out ad drones that will distract your enemies with corporate ads, slogans, and jingles. While your enemies are distracted, you can focus fire on them or explode these drones for additional damage. New to the Outer Worlds 2.
I don't know, like from the looks of things, it looks like it's a decent game. It's just,
smoke grenades to camouflage and escape.
you know, I still have to play the first one, and also I'm a little bit skeptical when it comes to Obsidian. It seems like, you know, after the whole kerfuffle with Avowed and everything, I don't know, it just seems a little like the studio is in kind of a weird spot. I don't know.
Science weapons are
I just don't kind of trust it that much.
Favorites, like the shrink ray. This time it's been upgraded so you can shrink your enemy down to the size of a sprat.
But I don't know, it could be good. I don't know.
Exploding them into bits.
But also just the decision to make this,
That was probably my favorite one.
like
from
this
the first game, so we brought it
cringe
into the
comedy
second
skit
game.
thing,
But we improved it though.
instead
so
of,
instead of shrinking
you
your
know,
enemies
just
for a short
focusing
period of time
on,
and having them re-expand. This time,
I don't know, if it was actually funny,
we actually added
I
in
guess some people will
stuff
find it
on
funny, I don't know,
squish them
but
and kick
it
them,
seems
because
very
we knew that was
forced
the
and
player
kind of,
fantasy. We knew that's what everybody wanted to
it
do.
seems
We
kind of
wanted to
cringe,
step on the
let's be
enemies and wanted
honest.
to kick them. So we made sure to double down on that stuff.
Okay, that's kind of weird, okay.
In addition to things like our returning favorites,
Oh, well.
we also have some really fun and unique new science
Show
weapons.
the final
One of
boss.
them's called the Armageddon. This one's really cool because it actually shoots out these masses that are like these little arms that will stick to people or cover or all kinds of different things, and they will continue to just hit them until they get destroyed. And we have another one that's just
This guy writes, God, I want to be shrunk and stepped on.
This is a melee weapon that actually lets you attack to a musical beat. And if you continue to do that, you'll actually get additional bonuses each hit you do. One of my personal favorite weapons is called the Big Bang. It's just a big freaking
I don't know,
gun.
don't show us all the fun weapons. Like, part of the fun is to just find this stuff for the first time, you know.
Now, ammo's extremely rare for this weapon, but you can use it in
I feel
just
like
the
they
right
do tend to show like way too much sometimes, just trying to
Like another great
show
one is
you
Gary.
all the coolest things, and then when you actually play the game, you've already seen it,
walking through combat. So we
you
even
know,
have science armors, and we've
which
really
I
kind
think
of
is a
shown
kind of
off
bad move.
what
You
we
want
thought
to
was
kind of
really great for the
explore and
player,
just
from a science perspective.
basically what you want is you just want to see like a overwhelmingly positive Steam review, and then you're just like, okay, I'm just playing it, and then you just go through it and experience it naturally, and you get all the first impression experience through the game, and not like,
Now you can swap between the two,
you know,
letting you enjoy the
watching
experience
this
in whatever
and
way
then,
you like.
oh yeah, I'm gonna get that weapon that the guy already explained
One of the things I
and
really
said
like
everything
about
about.
having the third-person mode is
Although
being able to
I guess
see
they
all the
they sort of need to do it to sell the game
that you can equip your player
and
with.
promote it, like to show the things you can do.
Actions that you could do in first person, so you're
But at a certain
double
point, I don't
jumping
know.
around, You get to see your character in that way.
It would be.
You get to take in the
I
world
prefer
and
to just
see
not
things in a
see
different light.
stuff like this. If it's a game that if it's a game that know that I'm going to buy and play, I just watch nothing from it
more
usually,
reactivity, more weapons, more things
because
to
I
find in
want
each of the
to.
worlds
Because
the
if
players
I know
can
I'm
visit.
playing it anyway,
The team has done
I
incredible work
just
bringing
want
the
to
Outer Worlds
experience
life.
it
And we can't
properly,
wait
you
for you
know,
to play it.
like for the first time.
Even though we've always been a multi-project studio, this is going to be the first time we've ever released 3 games in 1 year. It feels amazing to do. We're so excited for more people to be playing our games. It is truly an exciting time here at Obsidian. We're exploring worlds big and small while expanding on franchises that we've created, and we have no plans to slow down. We hope you all continue to come along with us as we do what we do best.
Okay, let's see what
make your
happens
world
after this.
your way.
Okay, let's see if they're gonna do a surprise drop of Elder Scrolls. Just anything. I mean, I know it's not gonna happen, but we're just gonna stick it out and just to see. Alright, there it is. Okay, let's see. Is it just gonna end?
With the Outer Worlds 2,
Oh
we're
god, this
all
guy
about
again.
the best place to play, which is also
Grounded
the promise
2,
of
there's a
Xbox.
timer.
You can play the Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox, but it may be hard to play it when you're staring at all these beautiful holes. Let's cut that. You can play the Outer Worlds 2
I was just
on
about to
this
say,
Xbox.
holy, it's done. And yep, never mind.
Oh yeah, now that's Microsoft. Or you can take a phone call on this Xbox, then play The Outer Worlds 2 right after. Excuse me, I'm getting a call. Hello? What am I doing? I'm playing The Outer Worlds. Hello? Yeah, this is Mark. I didn't know I had jury duty today. You could play The Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox.
I don't know,
but it takes
dude.
two
This is
people to
not.
log around safely. We're gonna go up to my
I
apartment.
don't think people.
Okay?
People
And
don't
this is
care.
an
And
Xbox
like, this is
actually weird
not.
That also plays The Outer Worlds 2.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm a part of the cynical YouTube chat, but like, we don't really care to watch
Now,
these
this
skits.
is actually not an Xbox, so you cannot play The Outer Worlds 2 on it. Can't play
Like,
anything
the
on
game
it.
needs to
I
be
guess bread. You
overwhelmingly
ever play bread where you take it
good
out of one slot,
if
put it
you
in
do
the
stuff
other?
like
I don't
this.
have friends. If you pre-order the premium edition now, you'll get early access, which is like a prequel to the sequel, or has launched the sequel to the pre-order, or like, why are any of us alive at any time? It doesn't matter. Either way, my job here is done. It's time for the Grounded 2 portion of the Direct, which is sort of like the sequel to the Outer Worlds 2 portion of the
Oh
Direct.
god, we gotta
which I
watch Grounded 2, some fucking co-op game.
You know, it's really nice to see my influence go on to other games. Take it away, team.
Okay, this guy's still on screen.
And big exit.
Okay. Grounded 2, is that also... Is that also Obsidian? I hope not, because then we're gonna have to deal with those people again.
We're so proud of Grounded. What started as a small passion project to make a quirky game where you're shrunk down to the size of an ant, trying to survive in a backyard, grew into something way bigger than we ever
Yeah, okay,
imagined.
well, these guys are gonna go on about these
25
games.
million
Let's have a
people
look.
Jumped in, explored, built.
The most exciting thing really was Persona 4, and that was like the shortest thing
Very special to
during
us.
the whole presentation.
The team's been cooking up a ton for Grounded 2, and we're so excited to talk about it.
Yeah, there were some cool games, but nothing that I'm like really...
There were so many
Nothing that
possibilities
I've
and
like
ideas that
been
didn't
waiting
fit into the
for
first
and
game.
hoping
So with the
for,
sequel, we have
except
the
Persona
chance to
4,
dream
and that's like the
bigger.
only thing.
To achieve those dreams, we partnered with
But there was
amazing
some
folks
stuff
at
that
Eidos
looked cool,
Montreal.
you know?
Together, we're taking Grounded from the backyard to an even larger world. The Brook
People
Hollow
are still
Community
yelling
Park.
about Elder Scrolls 6.
When we started working on Grounded 2, we knew that we wanted to make a bigger world.
And also I'm a bit skeptical about that solo leveling game, I don't know.
Became our main
If it's gonna be like a
developing
co-op
Grounded 2.
based
They have
thing,
a
then
lot
it's just
of
not gonna be that cool, I
similarities
think.
to the sorts of things that are important to us at Obsidian. They tend to make very narratively strong games. They make games with
Oh yeah, it
really
is
deep
Obsidian that
characters
made
and great
this,
character
okay.
progression. They make games with great gameplay.
Everyone at Eidos Montreal is thrilled and honored to be working with Obsidian Entertainment. Our two studios share a lot of DNA. The same things that are important to Obsidian Entertainment are important to us. Choice and consequences, player communities, and doing justice to great IPs and great franchises. The fact that we're the first partners that they're working with to make a sequel to their franchise feels like we're an important part of their history.
The events of Grounded 2 take place 2 years after the first game. The same 4 teenagers are returning.
So there's Max, Hoops, Willow,
and Pete.
They're a couple years older, which means they've gone through a bit more high school, a bit more mature.
Yeah, I don't know any of these characters, I haven't played the...
Different, but we're still
I haven't
in
played
that
the first
fun,
one.
nostalgic era of
Poops,
the early
one guy says.
In Grounded
Did sound
2,
like he
we're
said
moving
that.
action out of the backyard and into the Brook Hollow Community Park. Not only is it bigger, it allows us to tell
Bro,
a
this
lot
still
more
going.
stories and expand the world of Grounded by exploring what the community of Brook Hollow has been up to
Token
and what
white
they've
guy.
been through.
Park
Goddamn.
overall is about 3 times the size of the backyard, and our initial starting area is actually the same size as the entire backyard from the first Grounded. The reason we wanted to move into a park wasn't just to create a bigger
Skyrim
world,
2, I mean that's what we're all
was to
waiting
give
for,
us the
right?
Opportunity to explore the community of Brook Hollow.
Elder Scrolls
and what
6.
secrets have they been hiding?
Yeah. If they say something about Elder Scrolls 6 at the end of this,
Opportunity to create environments and
imagine if the
landmarks
just
that are
screen just goes
mundane
dark and then Todd Howard just emerges,
colossal wonders
and
when
then
you're the
just
size of
like
an ant.
he doesn't even need to show anything. He just needs to be there and just like wink at the camera, and we'll all be satisfied for another
areas come to life
2 years,
in a brand
I guess,
new
until
way.
we see the game again.
Part of the fun in Grounded 2 is that the park was evacuated really quickly right before our teens were shrunk. And that means that the park has been sort of turned upside down and is in a topsy-turvy state. And that leads to really fun environmental storytelling, but it also leads into the creation of amazing biomes for our characters to explore. One of my favorite examples of this is the ice cream cart.
I hope they're not going to talk about this game for half an hour
The
too.
vendor's cart has been knocked over and its contents have spilled out into
They're
the
literally
ground.
talking about
What
an
this
ice
means
cream
for
cart.
Our young adventurers is that they'll be able to explore this frozen cave of interesting challenges and colorful Lovecraftian horror.
We have one anthill that's actually somebody decided to bury a bunch of toxic stuff in the park, and so there's all these toxic chemicals under the ground. The environment looks very cool and very spooky with all of these sort of chemical pools, and of course nothing can live down there except for one type of insect, the cockroach. We are oftentimes reinventing environments, and in future updates you're going to see a ton of new stuff. You do a lot of fighting against
What did
insects
Lovecraft
of
have to
all
do with a
shapes and
scorpion?
sizes.
Yeah, that's a
We
good
didn't
point.
just want it to look better.
I don't
We
really
also
know
knew
if
we
that's
wanted to add a new layer of strategy.
a scorpion is not enough to call something Lovecraftian, I think.
Or adjusting attack or defense numbers, or making characters or insects move faster or slower. But we did all
Well,
that
at
too,
least
but
the
there's
big surprise for
also
me
an
was
entire
that
sort of
Persona
rock,
4
paper, scissors
Revival is a
strategy
thing. I hadn't actually heard about that. Apparently it's been leaking around, but I haven't heard about that at all. So that's
as a new way to both
I'm
get out of
very
danger quickly
happy that they're
or
actually
jump in for a
doing
quick
that
attack.
to the Persona series. And if they can do 1 and 2 as well, that's gonna be amazing.
Sort of like a chess
Although
match.
I don't know how good those games are compared to 3, 4, and
Looks
5,
super
but
cool,
I am interested in
and
playing
ultimately just
those.
a ton of fun.
And if they could make them into 3D worlds, because I think maybe 1 is like just like dialogue. You're not actually running around in the same way, I think. I might be mistaken about that, I don't really know.
In the first Grounded, we have mutations, and there were weapons and armors that favored different playstyles. In Grounded 2, not only will there be passive mutations,
Obsidian
but there
giving
will
us
also be
2 hours
active
of straight
mutations.
yaps.
And a lot of those mutations support these archetypes.
My favorite way to play pretty much any game is chasing after those game-breaking builds. And that's why I'm so excited for what we're doing with archetypes in Grounded 2. I'm all in on the rogue. Now, you can even dual-wield daggers. I've been dialing in this glass cannon build that stacks ambush, assassin, and cardiofan mutations with the wolfbane daggers and the wolf spider armor. It lets me open up combat with massive backstab damage that also inflicts venom.
I don't know, do you really need to kill that bug?
Position and try
I don't
to
think
dodge,
fucking
rinse, and repeat. It's
those
high
bugs
risk,
are that
high
hostile,
reward,
right?
And absolute chaos in all the best way. I'm looking forward to seeing what wild combos the community comes up with and what they inevitably break once they get their hands on the archetype system. It's going to be awesome watching it evolve with player feedback and watching us try to keep up with all of your game-breaking builds.
One of the great things about Grounded is the variety of players it attracts, from builders to crafters and everything in between. If you've ever watched me on Casually Grounded Livestream, you'd know that I'm neither. I am a murderer of insects. Personally, I prefer the term harvester. I love going out, hitting things.
I don't
and
know, the
bringing
Grounded
materials
game
like
does look
insect
sort
body
of
parts
fun, I guess, but
back to my friend Steve's. This way,
I don't
keep
know.
progressing.
It seems like it's made for co-op, which is kind of
We're also trying
not
to make
really
sure
my
that
thing.
armor and equipment are easily understood by the player, especially when they're playing co-op with their friends. It was really, really important for us to deliver on all of that for the bigger space and experience.
Oh well, they worked
because
hard
that's
on
the
this, I
only way we
suppose,
can
so
truly support the feature the
I
community
guess
has
the
been
YouTube
asking
comments
for
are
since
just
the
that
very
mean.
first Grounded release.
But
Mounts.
I still, oh god, they're still going on about features of
and
this
an
game.
entire suite of moves and have their own special.
I really just want to see if anything happens at the end, because
We really wanted the buggies to be an extension of the player.
we
in
really,
every way
we
possible.
really want to see Elder
That meant
Scrolls
making sure
6,
that
and I know
players
Todd Howard has
could
said that they
and
want
valuable
to
abilities across all
avoid
corners of
announcing
Grounded.
things
So that doesn't just mean
kind
exploration and
of
travel.
too soon,
gameplay implications for combat.
but we are also really wanting to finally see something of that game, you know.
Make sure that every buggy that we add has its own personality.
The Red Ant Soldier can enlist up to 2 Red Ant workers to follow you around and help you out. If you get into combat and you don't want to fight while you're saddled on your buggy, you can jump off and they'll fight right alongside you and provide support. The Orb Weaver buggies are a little less useful when it comes to general utility, like building a base or harvesting, but they're awesome when it comes to combat. Sure, their defenses aren't super strong, but they're heavy hitters. They're also super fast and they have some great special abilities, like a scream that allows them to stun lesser-powered insects, and the ability to shoot webs and entangle other creatures. So the Orb Weavers won't be your base-building buggy. You should use the Red Ant Soldier for that. But they're super fun for exploration and combat. Red Ant Soldiers and Orb Weaver Spiders will be available at Game Preview launch. There will be others in the future, but those are the 2 we're starting with. The connection that our Grounded community has with us is something we want to keep forging with the sequel as we make an even bigger game than the original.
Pretty much from day one, we knew we wanted to return to Game Preview for Grounded 2. Sure, it comes with some trade-offs, like the game's not done and it's out to the world, but there's so much value in building it alongside the community.
Oh, so they're gonna do sort of early access type of thing?
Buggies change how you traverse and navigate the park. What we're doing with Grounded 2 is we're actually keeping zip lines held back so we can see how players engage with buggies, and then we can tweak zip lines to bring them back over time to really complement that buggy experience and make exploring the park far more fun. That kind of feedback loop helped shape the original Grounded.
I don't know, like early access stuff is a little bit...
Park, archetypes, buggies, all of it.
It's a kind of a double-edged sword, I guess, where
one thing that stood out
yeah, the community can
players blaze through
give their feedback and whatever, but
that makes sense.
I don't really want to play a game once and then like have to play it again and do the exact same stuff over again because of some small tweaks, you know. It's kind of like Starfield. Like I played that as soon as it came out and I finished it, and then they did a bunch of updates with the buggy and like all these like quality of life things and the expansion even, and by that time it's like I've already played it, you know, I've already done it, and apparently the expansion was not really that good. So some of these games it's kind of best to just leave it until later when it's on a sale or something, and then you get it and after they've updated everything.
Was key to building trust with the
community. So I feel like that's a little bit of
we had to experiment with update pacing,
trend that can be a little bit annoying in gaming now, where
with all of you were bigger,
there's
updates.
Often games aren't really complete when they come out, and then you play them, and you're kind of playing like a sort of inferior version of the one that's going to be available in like a year or something.
You can expect in our big updates, new buggies, new biomes, new building pieces, all the good stuff. And we're launching with a public roadmap so everyone knows what to be excited about in the future.
All of us at Obsidian Entertainment and IDOS Montreal are super excited about how close we are to letting all of you players get
I think they're nearing the end here.
And explore the all-new park on buggies in Grounded 2. If you're a returning Grounded player, we're really looking forward to you experiencing all the improvements. If this is your first time getting Tiny, then all I can tell you is that a world with an entirely new perspective and an entirely new feel awaits you in Brook Hollow Park. It's time to ride together and survive together.
Okay, I think they're done. Let's see if anything else shows up at the end. As I said, there's like a 0.2% chance that they'll have Todd Howard just peek his face out and wink at us or something like that. But I don't think it's gonna happen, but I'm here waiting for it. No, don't talk about this game again, please. Okay, there we go. Okay, they are showing something again. Okay, this is like a summary, I guess. Okay.
This is where it starts.
Ninja Gaiden, that should be cool.
We can change the world as we know it.
Okay, well, here we are, waiting for Elder Scrolls 6, guys.
Let's do this.
Like, all they need to do is just have Todd Howard record a 10-second video where he just looks into the camera. Like, just give us anything. Like, that alone would actually be something people would kind of get hyped up about. It's at that point now, that's all you need to do. You don't need to show the game at all. Okay, Persona 4, that is good though.
It looks like you're about to do some renovations.
Keep your filthy pickers off me! You think I care?
This is gonna be awesome.
Mayday, Mayday. That's a fucking weird accent she has. I like the cat. And the weird Pokemons that are not Pokemons. Kind of bummed that Invincible is a fighting game and not like a action story game. Okay. Now I just want Todd Howard to show up. It might be over. It might actually be over. Crap. I guess this is just gonna stay on this screen. Oh. Oh, God Christ. I was thinking it was gonna happen there. We took the L. Okay. Elder Scrolls 6 when? Yeah, exactly. I mean, Persona 4 Reload or Revival on its own, though, is... That's a big W. That's a big one. That's really good stuff. And there's a few cool games here and there. But... Okay. That's it. It's over. No Elder Scrolls 6. Like and subscribe.